And now for your sports news, we're joined by NTD's Dave Martin. Dave, good to have you here. So we have NBA and college football news, but I wanted to start in the NFL as the league had a triple header of games today. So what's happened so far?
Yeah, Cowboys already beat the Commanders. That was the early game today, 30-23. Now Dallas had actually 21-3 at one point, hung on to win. Dak Prescott, 307 yards passing in the win, plus 2 touchdowns. Now, going on right now, Lions are at the Vikings. That one is tied at 7 early in the third quarter. Then tonight, Broncos are at the Chiefs. Now, at the beginning of the season, this looked like 3 really big matchups, all between, soon-to-be playoff teams. After all, 5 of these 6 teams made the postseason last year. That is not the case this year. Now, already the Cowboys, Commanders, Vikings, Chiefs have been eliminated from playoff competition, or contention, I should say. The Lions are still alive anyway, but they trail Green Bay for that last playoff spot left. They definitely need a win today. Now, of these 6 teams, only the Broncos have actually clinched the playoff spot. They've ended the Chiefs' dominance there in the AFC West. Now, meanwhile, the Chiefs, they are decimated at quarterback right now. They will start third-string quarterback Chris Oladokun under center. This will be his first NFL start ever. Game time starts at 8:15 Eastern Time. It'll be on Amazon Prime. Broncos are heavy favorites here.
So, Dave, elsewhere in the league, Steelers All-Pro defensive end TJ Watt returned to practice today, roughly 2 weeks after a surgery to repair a partially collapsed lung, right? And has the team announced whether he'll play Sunday?
They said they are hopeful. That's according to Steelers head coach Mike Tomlin. Now, they got a big game this weekend. They face division rival Cleveland. The Steelers can clinch the division title with the win or with a loss by Baltimore, who plays Saturday against Green Bay. Now, Watt suffered the partially collapsed lung 2 weeks ago. His brother J.J. Watt said it happened during a dry needling session. Now, dry needling is a treatment that inserts needles under the skin to alleviate muscle pain or soreness by improving blood flow. Obviously, it's not without its risks. Now, Watt has missed the last 2 games while recovering, but he was still elected to his 8th consecutive Pro Bowl. Right now, the guy has 7 sacks through 13 games this season.
So I want to look at college football news now. The ratings for last week's first round of the playoffs are in, and they're down 7% from last year. Why do you think that is?
Yeah, there's probably several reasons, I would say. A lot of it is because the final playoff game last Saturday, that was Oregon versus James Madison, was on at the same time as an NFL game. That was the Bears versus the Packers. Just $4.4 million viewers, I should say, watched the college football game, while 21 million watched that NFL matchup. Now, overall, the 4 college football games averaged 9.9 million viewers. So that 4.4 million watching the Oregon James Madison really brought the average down. It didn't help that James Madison is not a household game, or that the game really wasn't that close. Oregon won 51-34. Now, meanwhile, that Friday night before, Oklahoma versus Alabama, that was a big winner. 14.9 million viewers tuned in to see the Tide come back and win on the road that one. That was the 5th highest rated game of the season. Now, right behind them, 14.8 million saw Miami hang on to beat Texas A&M on Saturday afternoon. Now, elsewhere, though, just 6.2 million tuned in to see Ole Miss really run over Tulane Saturday afternoon. Now, again, that game was not very close. Features a relative unknown team in Tulane and aired at the same time as another NFL game. So the lesson, as always, don't go up against the NFL on TV.
Well, I'll take your word for it as the lesson, but I want to shift gears to the NBA now. We have 5 games on today, including the one with LeBron James and the Lakers, right?
Yeah, let me just say this. It wouldn't be Christmas without LeBron James on TV. Now, the league schedules, of course, their biggest stars play on Christmas, so it's no coincidence. This is his 20th time on this holiday that extends his own games record. Now, not surprisingly, he's the all-time leader in Christmas points, field goals. He's tied with James Harden, most three-pointers ever on Christmas with 31. His Lakers host Kevin Durant and the Houston Rockets tonight. That game will be at 8:15 Eastern Time. Now, that'll be the 4th out of 5 games tonight. The final game, Nikola Jokic in Denver hosting Minnesota at 10:30 Eastern Time. Now, we've already had games a couple of games already finished so far. The Knicks was the first one. They came back from a 17-point fourth quarter deficit to beat Cleveland 126-124. Jalen Brunson had the go-ahead three-pointer with just over a minute left in that one. The second game was the Spurs beating the reigning NBA champion Thunder yet again. This time it was 117-102. So the Thunder, they're now 0-3 against the Spurs this season, 26-2 against everyone else. Go figure there. Finally, going on right now, Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors are hosting rookie Cooper Flagg and the Dallas Mavericks. Warriors lead 71-58 right now at halftime. I know, Don, you're a big fan of Steph Curry, so good news for you guys there.
I'd say I'm a medium fan, maybe slightly above medium, but sure, yeah. You sound like you know your stuff, Dave. Thank you very much for talking to us today.
You're welcome, Don. Thank you.